Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am literally here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. And we've got a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member, Cheryl Guire. Thank you. Welcome to the Pumpkin Patch on the Black and Orange channel. And hello, if you're watching on replay, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot on YouTube. So hello. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the overlay and everything. I just thought I think it's so pretty. It's something called glow wave is this style, which I wasn't familiar. I'm not familiar with that, but I do. If you look really closely, there's a teacup right here, and there's a little tiny teapot right there. And I haven't used these before, but I've got these pastel Rider-Waite cards. And YouTube being YouTube, you wouldn't believe the complaints I get from YouTube. You wouldn't believe it. You feel like you've got to be kidding. Yeah, I have drawn clothes on some of them. I have to sit down. Every one of these decks, I've got to sit down and draw clothes. So found my purple my purple Sharpie, except on the Judgment. I did black on that one because it's, But I haven't used these before. I think they're still in order. Are you still in order? Yeah. Okay, I'll have to shuffle these really, really well. So, yeah, I got another complaint this morning about something in your video makes it ineligible, blah, blah, blah. The last one, what they said was there wasn't even there. This one I haven't had a chance to go look at, so I'll go after this. I've got to go figure out what they're saying. Yeah, my favorite, of course, our favorite is when they took down one of my videos saying that I was glorifying violence. And I appealed, and they still turned it down. And I looked at what they were complaining about, the whole video. No. Anyway, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. YouTube is YouTube. We just roll with the punches. So, thank you, Isabel. Thank you. It really helps. Cindy's asking, what, you? Yeah. DLC says, sounds like you have a troll complaining about you. Maybe a MAGA Trumper? I don't know. Louis Tavalla said, Katie Britt complained. Oh. Stephanie Miller on Political Voices Network, I hear on YouTube. Her and her people talking about the Katie Britt thing was hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. They would have clips of her talking or what have you, or they'd read part of the transcript, and they put this super ominous music underneath. Ooh, it fits so perfectly. So anyway, all right, I have a whole bunch of questions from you, and I'm grateful for you. So let's do this. Two things. One, today it is 12:17 p.m. in Chicago right now at 2 o'clock my time, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Sienna Rose. She's back. Sienna Rose will be on the Sienna Rose Metaphysical doing mini personal readings. If you tune in and get your question in early, you may get a mini reading today on Sienna. I'll put it in the chat. Sienna Rose Metaphysical. That channel here on YouTube. That woman has the most beautiful soul. It's staggering. So Serena says, I bought a reading from Sienna. She's amazing. She is. Okay. Innocent Potato says it's just projection. They accuse you of stuff they do. They want to upset you. I just laugh at them. Oh, they don't get to me. I just, I'm always concerned about YouTube getting angry with my channel. That's my worry. But anyway, yes. And I've had Reiki and tarot. I paid for that with Sienna. And it was amazing. Yesterday, I after waiting a couple of months, because she's booked out a couple of months, Jen Lin Tarot here on YouTube. It was glorious yesterday. She's so good. That woman can move energy like nobody. So thank you, Alan. Thank you. So I guess that makes three things, because I just got this morning. I just got Linda's book. So this came in this morning, and I'll read it, and I will, I'll let you know what I think. So, yeah, looking forward to reading this, Linda G's book. So, okay, so that's that. And on we go. It's a very pretty picture. All right. Well, now, there are a couple things everybody in the news, in political news, seems to be talking about. So we should start there. Marby says, I got mine last week. Excellent. Lucky Girl says, FYI, Linda G's book is now available. Yes. Serena says, Black and Orange book reviews. Oh, don't get me started, because I'll just keep going. So at 8 minutes, 15 seconds in, Cosmic Goat Lady was asking the question of the hour. Thank you, Terry. How many of Trump's building stocks and companies will Chubb own when Trump loses the Cosmic Goat Lady, I think your autocorrect kicked in. A.G. Carroll. Carroll. A.G. Carroll. E. Carroll. Oh, autocorrect. You are a source of humor, jocularity. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Moonchild. Anyway, so how many of the Trump's building stocks and companies will Chubb own when Trump loses the E. Jean Carroll appeal? There's a lot of question. There's a lot of question about, what was I just reading? Over on Raw Story, they're saying many people are now asking about Evan G. Greenberg. Evan Greenberg, the CEO of Chubb Group, which has a subsidiary that fronted the cash given to Donald Trump for that E. Jean Carroll settlement bond. And if a couple of things, for example, the first thing is that if he loses this appeal, and then tries to go to the Supreme Court, the group has said, no, we're not covering you for that. This is only for this appeal. Any further appeal, you've got to find somebody else. Hello, Patrick. So, but what kind of trouble is Donald got himself into here? Whew. Sandy Trunk says, how many here remember autocorrect stepchild? Clippy from Windows. Of course, good old Clippy. Looks like you're trying to write a letter. He was beating the bushes, trying to get help. They were definitely beating the bushes, desperate for help. So, I know that the pastel colors aren't as clear, aren't as visible on camera, but it's spring. Devil, Justice, Temperance, Magician, Nine of Cups. Trump's corruption. I mean, you're creating a bond for someone who has just been, in a separate case, been found liable for fraud, business fraud. And you're going to loan them, you're going to put up a bond for how much? Temperance is right here. This is keeping him in line. Boy, Trump is hoping for a win, but it's not going to happen. Trump, you're going to lose this appeal. Not only does it feel like Trump is going to lose this appeal, it feels like he's actually going to get himself into more trouble. All right, let me spread out the major arcana here. So, Melting's Cottage is asking, how long will this appeal take? That I don't know. Anybody? Anybody have any guesses or knowledge? Oh, look, it's a thief card. See if there was any more information. Empress, Fool, Burden. You're going to lose. Women, all women. E. Jean Carroll is the stand-in for all of the women Trump hurt. And Donald Trump thinking he could do whatever he wants, and he is burdened. And this might be minor arcana, but the energy, this card feels very heavy. So Trump going to lose his properties. He will, but not necessarily here. This is the Merchant, but he can't. He's having trouble selling. And he's just desperately hoping the presidency saves him if he can win the presidency. Oh, well. Gigi by the Sea said Glenn Kirshner said appeal can take years. I don't know. This, whatever, it's either this or it's something else. It doesn't feel like Trump's going to be swanning around. It just doesn't feel like he's just going to be swanning around with facing no financial consequences. So it must be something else, because that's what it feels like. All right, so Kristen had brought some great questions. Thank you, Kristen, from Uncover the News. Thank you. 1510. Oh, CC Ryder says Chubb is a very old global insurance company founded in 1882. Troubled by their involvement with Russian oil and Nord Stream 2, they do business in 54 countries. Surprise. But this isn't like, I'm guessing this isn't like what Trump had going with Deutsche Bank, who was just laundering money up one side and down the other. And I don't even have to say for entertainment only, because they were fined. Deutsche Bank was fined for money laundering over and over and over and over. Thank you, Empath. Just really? So, because when Trump didn't pay up to Deutsche Bank, that money was, from what I understand, covered by basically Russian oligarch money. Where they're like, yeah, loan this out. If you lose it, you lose it. We'll cover it. So, but this doesn't sound like that if they're saying, no, we'll cover you for this appeal, for this amount, and that's it. So, anyway. 1650. All right. Because that's related to this, which is matter of national security, of course. Entity behind Trump's $91 million bond guarantee draws scrutiny. Yeah. So is this going to blow up in Trump's face? Is this going to be he's gotten himself into bed with heaven knows what, and all right. King of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Cups, Empress. National security. He's already under indictment for stealing top secret stuff. Not returning it. Thief card. And now he's, even more linked to foreign. He had to do something. He's just a man here. This feels like a very languid Knight of Cups. Who is that? It could very well be Joe Biden going to win easily over Trump. Yeah, but if to make sure nothing bad happens to America. Is Trump a national security risk? Heck yeah. But he's not going to get in. It doesn't feel that. It doesn't feel like that. Let's see if I can get any more information. I am spiritual, I-Y-E. E-Y-E. I am spiritual. What is going to happen now that he gets access to daily briefings? Not much. He's not going to get them until, July? And apparently he's not going to get much more than you'd get on, from the New York Times. Yeah, they were talking about it this morning on the news. So he's not going to get that much. I'm glad you guys like the cards. I waited to use them because when I first showed them, someone was just saying they're too hard to see on camera. So I waited. but glad you like it. Oh, we'll get to Lara Trump. Oh, no worries there. All right. Here's Trump. Yeah, Trump and national security, and I still think they're keeping an eye on him. I mean, if nothing else, it's not like, I think even if it's like somebody on their time off, kind of involved in national security, just somehow they're like, no, I'm keeping an eye on him. That's what it feels like. But I don't know how they would get wiretaps or access or anyway. I don't know. Could be FISA court. Yeah, Trump is a huge he's horrible for national security because one, he can be manipulated so easily, and two, he's desperate for money. So just these two cards came out together at the end. He's looking for help, but Biden wins. The law is coming for Trump, and women are going to be voting in big numbers, and Biden wins, Democrats win, but these came out together, which would be Mar-a-Lago, Trump's properties and communication. But we're happy Democrats before this happens. He's not going to get it. That's what I got. All right. Sandy Trunk says, perhaps what you're feeling is Putin keeping an eye on Trump. Are you cold? Would you like something to warm you up, like plutonium? No, thank you. I'm fine. I was about to take a sip of my tea, and now I'm like, anyway, at 22:35, we have 22:40. We have Lara Trump. Lara Trump was indeed. Yes, it needs to watch out for those balconies. I am on the second floor. Lara Trump is, I heard the vote. All in favor of Lara Trump becoming co-chairperson, say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. Silence. The ayes have it. Madam Chairperson Lara Trump, come up here and say a few words. Terry Solar says all the RNC money will be gone in 2 weeks. Yeah. How fast can she get hold of the reins of financial power? How fast can she write down bank numbers, routing numbers, account numbers? So how's it going to go with Lara Trump? How's the RNC going to fare under Lara Trump? And there are donors saying, I've supported Republicans for years, but with her there, I will not. They're like, I'll give money directly to certain candidates, but I'm not giving any money to the RNC as long as she's there. Well, let's hope there are enough of those. Yeah, this is a really bad idea, but bad idea for the RNC, but you did this to yourselves in just, You went along with all the Trump stuff. And now the Trump family, Lara Trump, sitting pretty. Adding insult to injury, making things, just running the RNC's finances into the ground. Happy Democrats using higher wisdom. You did this entirely to yourselves, RNC. entirely. The one thing I do want to know, 20, let's say around about 25-15, is Lara Trump going to get herself into criminal legal trouble for what she does with the RNC finances? For what it's worth, I have picked up over the years that she has a bit more common sense than the others. She is still a rotten human being, and I feel sorry for her children, which is not something I would normally say. I was not blessed with children, therefore I don't like to criticize anyone trying to raise them, because it can be, it's a thing. Man, it's talk about a hard job. But her cruelty, it just sickens me. But wait, what happened? Thank you, Holly. Salty Chip says Lara will be the fall person for anything hinky. CC Ryder says Lara Trump knows nada about which states and down ballot races to allocate funds to for candidates. Oh boy. All right, Lara Trump, what's in your future? You can get yourself in any kind of legal trouble for perhaps giving money to your father-in-law or yourself that you shouldn't. Yeah. And the RNC. All right, sorry, any of my nose itches, right? Right there. Mate, I hate that. All right. Well, she's well known. The star, the fool, the strength where she can keep everybody quiet. There's a plan, and there's some hinkiness hidden. Oh, I can't do this? Well, I'm sure if I do it this way and do it that way and but is it going to reach a level of being criminal? Entertainment only, YouTube. Entertainment only. Hollyfish, this is violence. This is stupid. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. How many times have I asked people to take things out of the chat because I will not even joke about violence? Oh well. Okay, actually, believe it or not, I'm not getting justice, that sort of thing. Joe Biden has a ton of money from small donors. Now, what this is going to do is this is the High Priestess, and then I've got Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Nine of Cups. Joe Biden has a lot of money. This is not showing me that Lara Trump has some legal problems. What I've got here is it just bottoms out the RNC. That's what I'm getting. All right, fair enough. Okay. So let's move on to 30 minutes in. Lady Gigi had a question. 30 minutes. Okay. Thank you for being here and going through the news with me. All right. Will Alabama go blue in the next 20 or 30 years? You also asked about Utah, but why don't Lady Gigi, if you wouldn't mind, ask that question on a different day, because that's a whole different question. So please. But let's look at Alabama. Oh, Eileen, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Alabama, any chance? Is 2024, so by 2044, 2054, Alabama. There's so many changes coming with Pluto and Aquarius that who knows? Millie says Alabama will sooner than South Carolina, I swear. Alabama. 2044, 2054. Any chance you be the death grip of the conservatives on you? Any chance that's going to give way? Well, that could even be now, because the Republicans aren't doing wonderfully at the moment. Well, what Alabama's doing now, and their embrace of the ultra right, but they end up feeling very beaten up. There's definitely some movement toward more progressive ideas, but I've got a dynasty here. So that makes me wonder if there's a family that comes to prominence and keeps getting put in power, or if it's just Republicans in general. But there's movement. But I'm not getting what I as a Democrat would want to see. Sorry. Okay. All right. So brought to you says influence of Pluto, tear down to rebuild. Yeah, shake everything to see what falls down. Hello, Valerie. Sage the Scales Tarot, the new channel that I subscribe to, and you should too. Lara Smith says, yeah, road commuter train to work every day for 40 plus years. Yeah, the Bidens are the corrupt family. Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, please. All right. All right. So we've got a couple of really good things here from Kristen. So at 3350, 3350, Ukraine updates. Poland won't rule out NATO force in Ukraine. Well, I'm not surprised if there's some bluster coming out of Poland. Poland really does not want that whole Russian thing to spread to them. And as I'm shuffling, I've gotten a couple of questions what deck I'm using. The Pastel Rider Tarot. So. Is it just bluster? Or things expand in a bad way? Ukraine. Yeah, friends with monsters. Poland hasn't forgotten history. Ding. communication. Why is my nose itching? Page of Swords. 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups, World, King of Pentacles. These aren't horrible. Oh, Alloy Girl gifted 50 memberships to the channel. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's huge. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Anyway, Poland, bullying, everything around diplomacy. What's real? What's lies? How are you presenting things? What do you put out there? What messages do you put out there? What's the blowback? So, Ace of Cups, World, King of Pentacles. These aren't horrible. I still get very clearly that Ukraine is going to win, ultimately, and that the West will ramp up again, help. Yeah, this is not bad. And that doesn't feel like Putin. That feels like Poland being able to hold on. Because the sheer number of refugees they've taken in their country, I mean, it's hard. It's hard stuff. But bless them for doing it. So, all right. Kristen says, new. Pope Francis says Ukraine should have the courage of the white flag of negotiations. Hi, Pope Francis. You know I respect you because your beliefs are consistent. They are deep, they are consistent. It's not like in our country, in my country, where you get these people who are just about control. I get it. You are consistent. I give you respect for that. However, in the whole thing between Ukraine and Russia, Ukraine should have to use the white flag of white flag, like giving up, like, yeah. We haven't forgotten what the Catholic, whose side the Catholic Church took during World War II. Yeah. So maybe you should sit this one out. Just a thought. Just a thought. Anyway. Oh God. 3840. No labels. It says here a centrist group. No, they're not. No labels moves toward a third-party presidential bid. Right. But they're not. It's not for their egos. No. No, they're not self-aggrandizing. They're not. No. We're not trying. We're not going to. We'll take. We will take votes equally from both sides. It's just important that the American people have an option that is us. Yeah, we've had third-party candidates been spoilers and handed the country to the worst candidate multiple times now. No. And of course it's not about our egos. No, of course not. How's the No Labels Party going to do? Are they going to hand Trump a win? Chariot. This is a I don't need to tell you this election's a big deal. Oh, actually, all right. Big deal. This is a big, huge, the election, huge. These are not good cards for them. I don't believe for a minute that the people they're thinking about who would be the more like Democratic centrist candidate. I'm not buying it. That's what you'd end up with. That's what the policies would be. No. I don't trust these people. This is a warning. This is a far right in a lovely gown, and whatever form that takes. They won't get funding. They won't be able to get in where they want to. Financially burdened, and they fail. Matter of fact, it kind of feels like they fail even before the election. Good. I have no patience for that. Pat Lyle says, didn't Catholic Church hang on. Yes, Kevin, should call it the both-siderism party. Yeah. And where was it? Oh, I think I missed it. Oh, here we go. Pat Lyle. Didn't the Catholic Church back Hitler during the war? Yep. Didn't the Catholic Church lead the Crusades? Yep. Anyway, all right. Love the name. Lolo the Unstoppable. I love that. It's a great name. 4230. 4230. Will Melania file for divorce anytime this year? Thank you. You're very much appreciated here. I appreciate you. I am so grateful that you go through the news with me. I cannot tell you. Apparently she did come out for the Viktor Orban thing. Although, to be honest with you, I would seriously it feels like it's like a contractual obligation where he was like, look, if I don't get the money I need, if I don't get the support I need, you're going to lose X, Y, and Z. And that's why she was there. That's what it feels like. But Melania is back. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Carolyn Pooler. Thank you. Thank you. Amelia says, I would laugh like a hyena. Thank you, Arlene. Mrs. Materialism. 2024 is the year of your freedom. Baron turns 18 this month. Ace of Hearts. Yeah. Well, he's full of hot air and she knows it now. Let's just say their relationship isn't great. But she wants her money. And it feels like he was like, I need victory, or you don't get what you want. So you're going to be the queen. to his King of Wands. You're going to show up and you're going to do this thing. And there is the Chariot. It's going to be a spectacle. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Thank you. But is she going to file for divorce? Friends with Monster says she'll smack his tiny little hands away. We've seen her do it many a time. King of Swords. Hello, lawyer. Possibly the other man. I get that she's, and this is the Lovers right behind it, happy family, which is, she's thinking, but insult to injury, she won't do it because until she has the money. It feels to me like there's another man that she keeps way on the down low, but she doesn't want the limelight. She just wants to be rich. Some men find her pretty. So, Ace of Swords. That could be a new legal matter. That's her. Queen of Pentacles. Give me the money. Suspension. Major Arcana suspension right here. This can be going to court and spending time with their kid. It doesn't feel as strong. The energy doesn't feel as strong as I would expect. Unless it's already kind of a done deal and all set up. But the energy, it's there, but it's not strong. Not like I am out of here. I don't know, it just feels a little weak, but it's there. The energy's there. So Betty Cantrell says she's liable for half of his fines. Could be. Yeah. Depends on the state. I don't know what they do in Florida. If she files in Florida, I don't know. And Delaware is so big with is so big on corporations and LLCs and all this kind of stuff. Maybe there's some kind of protection there that, because her family lives in Delaware, or her mother and father did. Her mother has passed away, unfortunately. Bless Melania's mother. Bless your soul. Bless your family. Maybe. David Minor says more like slinking out the back door. Could be. Sandy Trunks, is this true? Google says Melania Trump was nicknamed Rapunzel by Secret Service for rarely leaving the White House residence. Is that true? Dorian says, I would not file in Florida. They're making alimony not permanent. I didn't think alimony was permanent anywhere anymore. I thought it was for a set amount of time. It depends on it also very much depends on their prenup, postnup, plural. So, and so, why am I still pulling on this? I don't know. I feel like there's more there. Again, initiating some kind of legal action. She's hemmed in, and Trump's everything's going to blow apart. Everything. His business, he's going to be convicted. That's what I get over and over. Entertainment only, YouTube. That's what I get. That's what I pick up. So, at 50:30, we have more great questions from you. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, we looked at no labels a little while ago, but this is from the other day. I'm sorry I didn't get to it until now. Dear great Gussie, RFK Jr. tried to defend his friendship with Epstein. Apparently it didn't go well. Surprise! Quote, I mean, I knew Harvey Weinstein. I knew Roger Ailes. I knew O.J. Simpson came to my house. Bill Cosby came to my house, unquote. Rest of the quote, you don't know these people are swamp creatures until all this stuff comes out, unquote. Just didn't know. Because even if you could pretend you didn't know with one, you knew you were friends with Epstein. And you also knew Weinstein, Ailes, O.J. Simpson, and Bill Cosby. They came to your house. And that's supposed to make it better. Sandy Trunk saying, Charles Manson came to my house. Yeah, pretty much. Good grief. While he has no real chance of winning in 2024, we'll just completely shut down his political career overall. Yeah, can we shut down his political career, please? And the Kennedy family is beside themselves. Because there's still some power in their name, but he's just grinding it into the ground. I was really surprised when the who was the redheaded younger Kennedy younger man who was in Congress. He seemed to do a really good job. I was surprised when he didn't he either got voted out or I don't know what happened there. But he seemed to be doing a good job. So, nostalgia. I mean, really, that's the key. Oh my gosh, the card for the reading is Dynasty, and the first card is Nostalgia. Patrick Kennedy, that was it. Thank you. Thank you. Dynasty, Nostalgia. But he won't accept he won't be what people are nostalgic for. He's chaotic. It's just, and every revelation about him just makes it worse for him. He's not going anywhere. Deb, is it Hope, said Joe Kennedy, he primaried Senator Ed Markey. Okay, so he primaried a senator. Patrick Kennedy, innocent potato, great name. Patrick Kennedy, son of the late Senator Ted Kennedy. Thank you. Joseph Patrick Kennedy. Thank you, Giovanna. So, yeah, he's not. It's not going to work for him in any way, shape, or form at all. Just a non-entity. Giovanni says he is cute, Joseph Patrick. Yeah. Seemed like a good guy. Michelle, hello. Hello, Australia. How are you doing? How is tomorrow? I always worry you don't get enough sleep, but I'm grateful you're here. With Joe Kennedy, he resigned his House seat to run for Senate, but lost that race. Yeah, I'm just surprised he hasn't run for something else. Oh well. All right. We can wish, we can dream, Lady Gigi. At 55, 50, 56, basically. Oh, we can dream. Will Ted Cruz end up losing, pushing Texas closer to blue? Is Ted Cruz up this year? I didn't think he was up this year. I want to say he's up in 2026, maybe. I cannot remember. Let's just look at the future of Ted Cruz. H. Cox says, please give a daily update on Biden versus Trump. Biden's going to win. Well, Trump's going to lose. Trump's not getting in. That's just, I pick up nothing. Matter of fact, I think even today, some of the cards, it's like, nope, he's not going to win. He is up this year. Rebecca is saying, thank you. Huh. Ted Cruz. Really? Okay, Carolyn Pooler is saying, incumbent Ted Cruz, Colin Allred, and Mason Sisuski are running in the general election for U.S. Senate, Texas on November 5th. How good is the Democrat looking? Because these numbers for Ted are terrible. Card for the reading is a card of voters. Voters voting, especially women, but voters. This is my card for voters voting. Queen of Cups, women voting. Lover's card. Feels like this whole IVF Roe v. Wade thing. Ace of Cups. 10 of Cups, happy families. 10 of Swords. Massive defeat by voters. Let's see if I can get anything else. Ted Cruz. You sniveling blankety blank. He's been there for a while. And he thinks he's staying there. However, why is the next card? What was that? I lived in West Virginia. I wasn't born there and wasn't raised there. West Virginia. Why have I got a justice card? Second, Ted. You think you're just gonna, as usual, just walk through, but no, there's a big old justice card in your way. Charity. you going on charity and action, big action here in the sun. Justice card, major arcana justice card right there. And the sun card is something revealed. Can we... Oh, Jack Smith. Calling Jack Smith, Jack Smith. Please report to Congress with indictments. Thank you. All right, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. It is 1:13 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel as usual. Just bring your projects. We want to encourage you. Simple stuff. But it's a good way to carve out time, regular time in your day to work on your projects, whatever they are. And Sarah's day off. Today, tomorrow, she's this poor woman has been trying to go to, she's been offered tickets to concerts and all kinds of nice things, and then everything falls apart. And this weekend, it was like, your kids are older. And then right before this happened, her refrigerator broke. And it spoiled everything in the fridge. And she's like, I can't leave my kids here with no refrigerator. I'm like, look, your kids are like upper teens to, her oldest is 22 and lives at home. There's family in 2 houses next door. And there's a little fridge in the shop. They'll be fine. Go. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. With a little coaxing, she finally said, all right. But I feel guilty. Like, you don't feel, just go have a good time. So anyway, she's not around. I just really hope that she has a wonderful, wonderful time. She deserves a good time. She deserves all the good. And thank you so much. Where was that? B. Smith, congratulations, 19,000 subscribers. Thank you. Yes, I haven't made the graphic yet, but thank you. Yes, 19,000 subscribers. Holy buckets, I never thought I'd get here. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, so anyway, thank you. That's going to do it. So I'll be right back here tomorrow. So please remember you're not alone, and we are in this together, and there really are good days ahead. There are. All right. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you, lucky girl. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. All right. I'll be right back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.